the teachings of Wallace D. Muhammad, Elijah Muhammad, and Minister Farrakhan. All right, now, I didn't hang with the other Muslim brothers. They were a little bit too extreme. I mean, I never was a person that hang with guys, or I didn't let guys hang with me. It just, I play sports, we go play sports or something, but that's not what I did. So anyway, now I need to find me a nice Muslim sister to help me become a better Muslim man. So one day while I'm working at public service, I went by this store on Park Avenue, and there was a fine, dark-skinned Muslim sister that wore her longs, her whole outfit. Pretty young lady. And I met her, and we talked, and we became good friends. She had 3 beautiful children, 2 girls and a boy. And me and the kids, we got along great. So, I'm trying to be a better Muslim. I stayed with this young lady for about 3 years. We're fellowshipping, and me and the kids, we really bond. But I tried on 3 occasions to learn Arabic, but God wouldn't let me. I would get the books, I tried to go to classes, but God, like, nope. The Al-Fatiha, the main prayer, I could do that in Arabic. But to go and speak it and write it, God never, he just wouldn't let me. I'm like, why, how come you won't let me learn this Arabic? You know, down the road, now I'm in my 30s, or I'm trying to be a better Muslim. And it just never happened. So eventually, no fault of the young ladies, we went our separate ways. We went our separate ways mainly because of me. My childhood sweetheart had called me and wanted to get married, who lived far away. And unfortunately for me, I always was a person, I could not tell the young ladies no. I was married 3 times, and I never asked a woman to marry me. That's another story, and I'm not going there. But, so anyway, now I move, I get married to my childhood sweetheart. I'm trying to be a good Muslim. And one day, I get introduced to some drugs, cocaine. And for 1 year, because me and this lady who I married, we separated. So now, since we're separated, I'm over here, and I get introduced to drugs. And for that 1 year, I'm still working at the gas and electric company. I ended up start selling my clothes. That drug was like, oh, off the hook. I went around my mother's house one day, and my mother says to me, I don't know what you're doing, but you need to stop it. Right there, cold turkey, I cut it out. Then, like I said, she had died. After she had died, I ended up, long story short, making our house a rooming house. And by making it a rooming house, long story short with that, I got addicted to drugs with that house. I had brought a barber shop. I met a nice young lady. While I'm separated from my wife, I met a nice young lady who blessed me with $25,000 cash. She believed in me. She really cared about me. Unfortunately, I was addicted, and I couldn't really get close to her because I'm addicted. So she blessed me with that barbershop. Long story, I lost the barbershop. And during that time, I had another. You know how I tell you about my steady and my ready. I had a ready over here who I really cared about also. But the addiction was making me less than a man. My integrity is, you know, I'm partying. I would have, on a Friday night, I would have 6 tenants in my rooming house. That's $600 a piece, $600. And I had 2 barbers. That's $300. I would have $900 every week without getting out to bed, because I retired from public service, resigned. And I resigned from public service because I knew I was addicted and I didn't want a bad reputation. Let everybody know, hey, Sharif's messing with drugs. Sharif is, oh man, he's not coming to work. So because this lady was willing to put up the money for my barbershop, that meant I would have income. So I resigned. All right, and so I didn't scrutinize the tenants in this rooming house. And the guy says to me, I see it's 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. I said, what's all these girls coming in my house this time of the morning? He said, they're skeezers. I'm like, I'm about 44. I'm like, well, what's a skeezer? Because I didn't hang in the street. I didn't hang with people that talk that kind of stuff. So he's like, well, they will do anything for drugs and money. And you have all that money, I'll show you how to make them come to you and how to da-da-da-da-da. So that's what we did. And from that point on, it was off the hook. Friday night, I would have me $900 from them, from the residents, $300 from my 2 barbers, and the money that I made that week. So every week, for a couple of years, I would spend $1,500 on a Friday and owe the drug dealer $200 to $300 on Saturday before I even cut any hair. For the longest, they would give me credit because they knew I had the barbershop. They knew I had the rooming house, so they would give me credit. And the guy that was giving me credit lived in my neighborhood, so we're cool. The insanity thing about the whole drug thing is I owe the drug dealer on Saturday, but my daughter and my son would come to my barbershop, Daddy, and Daddy hit them off. But I'm throwing the money, I'm blessing my daughter and my son with monies that I need to give the drug dealer. I'm giving up his money. So, but my rapport was cool, so I never had no threats like that with that. So the drug world brought me all the way down. Lost the barbershop, lost my rooming house, I lost my self-esteem. My daughter found out that, yeah, your daddy's doing drugs. She didn't know how to take it. My son was trying to help me. I have him to try to, hey, when these girls knock on the door and want to come in, he used to tell them to go. He was about 15, so he's trying to help Dad out, but it didn't work. So I moved to California, right? I lost everything. My sister Dottie says, come on to California. I go to California, and she's married, and I stayed with her for a little while, but I'm like, well, she's married, I don't need to be at. There was a shelter. I went to a shelter. And what's that? Union Station in California. I went there, nice place. And long story short with that, while I was there, public service sent me my retirement money. And when they sent me my retirement money that I resigned, it was about $40,000. $40,000 was gone in 30 days. The lady says, look, you can't stay at the shelter because you have so much money. I said, well, money and I don't get along. I can't handle money. She says, well, if you like, we can hold it for you. So my dope fiend mind popped up and said, no, you're not gonna hold my money. I'll take my money and I'll leave. So I went and stayed with a friend of mine in California. And Lord, I didn't know that they was getting high, so that made me get high. And that's where all my money went, in no time. So one day, I'm walking down the street. I was even giving blood to get money to go buy the drug. Right? But one day I'm walking down the street. I'm wasted. You know, I'm like, what should I do? Should I be a Muslim? Should I be a Christian? What? One day I'm walking down the street and a big flash shot to me, like the old-fashioned cameras. When you take the flash button, went right through my whole body, and it says, no denomination. find the true meaning of my word. I mean, it went right through me, and I turned around to look to see who was talking to me. And no one was there. So, I have left there, California. Now, okay, so when that happened, I'm like, okay, no denomination. I wasn't a church-going person, so I didn't know what denomination meant. It took me 8 years to find out what denomination was. And it took me another 6 years to find the true meaning of God's word, what that meant. So now I'm back in Jersey. And I'm working, I get a job, get my own apartment. Long story short, I meet a guy, a Christian. I'm staying in the Salvation Army in Elizabeth. And me and this guy, if I see a Christian thing, a cross on you, I'll challenge you. I was a Muslim who did not want the answer. I would read the Bible just to trick you up. And I would ask people a whole lot, oh, you're a Christian? Tell me about Jesus. How you gonna say Jesus died on the cross when he's when he's in the garden talking to Mary Magdalene, saying, "Do not touch me, for I have not descended unto my Father." And when they took him down, it was during the Sabbath, so they had to get him off the cross. And when they stabbed him, it wasn't in the vital point. So how you gonna say he died? I would ask pastors and Christians, I'll get back to you. Let me go check my notes. They did not know the answer. So while I'm in this shelter in Elizabeth, there's a guy in there, and he's doing his Bible, and I'm doing my Quran, and we back and forth. He says, "Come on with me," and he takes me to Faith in Christ Crossroad.